State of MP v. Narayan Singh, 1989. Law emerged, strict liability in environmental offences. Background: Narayan Singh was accused under the Forest Act for illegally cutting and transporting trees from reserved forests in Madhya Pradesh. Contested issue: whether mens rea, criminal intent, was necessary for convicting someone under the Forest Act or if the act itself was sufficient for punishment. Ruling: the Supreme Court held that strict liability applies in environmental and forest protection laws, meaning an act alone, without proof of intent, is sufficient for conviction. 2. Suresh v. State of UP, 2001, 3 SCC 673. Law emerged, validity of extrajudicial confessions. Background: Suresh was convicted for his role in a gruesome murder. The trial court and High Court found him guilty, and he appealed to the Supreme Court. Contested issue: whether extrajudicial confessions made outside the court, and circumstantial evidence were enough for conviction. Ruling: the Supreme Court ruled that extrajudicial confessions, if reliable and corroborated by other evidence, can be the basis for conviction. 3. Mijaji v. State of UP, AIR 1959 SC 572. Law emerged, vicarious liability under Section 149 IPC. Background: Mijaji and others were involved in an unlawful assembly and were accused of causing the death of a person. Contested issue: whether all members of an unlawful assembly are equally responsible for a crime committed by any one of them. Ruling: the Supreme Court upheld the principle of vicarious liability under Section 149 IPC, stating that if an offence is committed in furtherance of a common object of an unlawful assembly, all members are equally liable. 4. Maina Singh v. State of Rajasthan, 1976, to SCC 827, AIR 1976 SC 1084. Law emerged, standard of proof in circumstantial evidence cases. Background: Maina Singh was convicted for a murder based on circumstantial evidence. He challenged the conviction. Contested issue: whether circumstantial evidence alone was sufficient for conviction in a murder case. Ruling: the court ruled that circumstantial evidence must be strong, form a complete chain, and exclude all other possibilities except guilt for conviction. 5. Asghar Ali Pradhania v. Emperor, AIR 1933 calories. 893. Law emerged, liability for using forged documents. Background: Asghar Ali was convicted under cheating and forgery laws for fabricating documents. Contested issue: whether fabricated documents submitted in official proceedings constitute forgery under the law. Ruling: the court held that knowingly using forged documents in official dealings amounts to a criminal offence, even if the accused did not personally create the forgery. 6. Abhyanand Mishra v. State of Bihar, AIR 1961 SC 1698. Law emerged, cheating by false representation. Background: Abhyanand Mishra obtained university admission based on false documents. Contested issue: whether securing admission through false representations amounted to cheating under Section 420 IPC. Ruling: the court held that obtaining benefits through false representations is a criminal offence under cheating laws. 7. Om Prakash v. State of Punjab, 1962, to SCR 254, AIR 1961 SC 216. Law emerged, presumption of guilt in dowry deaths and cruelty cases. Background: Om Prakash was accused of causing the death of his wife due to cruelty and harassment. Contested issue: whether persistent cruelty leading to a wife's death could establish a murder charge under Section 302 IPC. Ruling: the court emphasized that continuous cruelty leading to unnatural death can shift the burden of proof to the accused, reinforcing laws against domestic violence. 1. State of Maharashtra v. Mohd. Yaqub, 1980, 3 SCC 57. Law emerged, defining criminal attempt. Background: Mohd Yaqub and others were caught smuggling silver out of India, violating the Customs Act and Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. Contested issue: whether mere preparation for smuggling amounts to an attempt under criminal law. Ruling: the Supreme Court held that an attempt begins when a person takes direct steps toward committing the offense. Mere preparation is not punishable, but an act beyond preparation constitutes an attempt. 2 Gyan Kaur v. State of Punjab, 1996, 2 SCC 648. Law emerged, right to life does not include right to die. Background: Gyan Kaur was convicted under Section 306 IPC for abetting her husband's suicide. She challenged the constitutional validity of the law, citing the right to die. Contested issue: whether the right to life under Article 21 of the Constitution includes the right to die. Ruling: the Supreme Court upheld that the right to life is a positive right and does not include the right to die. Abetment of suicide remains a criminal offense. 3 Emperor v. Metricton, Dhirajya, AIR 1940 all. 486. Law emerged, distinction between murder and culpable homicide. Background: a mother threw her child into a well, leading to the child's death. She claimed it was done in distress and without intent to kill. Contested issue: whether an act committed in distress but leading to death amounts to murder or culpable homicide. Ruling: the court held that if an act is done with knowledge that it is likely to cause death but without intent to kill, it falls under culpable homicide, not murder. 4 Gyarsi Bai v. The State, AIR 1953 MB 61. Law emerged, circumstantial evidence as basis for conviction. Background: a woman was accused of murdering her daughter-in-law due to dowry disputes. Contested issue: whether circumstantial evidence and the absence of direct witnesses were sufficient for conviction. Ruling: the court ruled that a conviction could be based solely on strong circumstantial evidence if it forms a complete chain leading to no other conclusion than guilt. Kapoor Singh v. State of Pepsu, AIR 1956 SC 654. Law emerged, presumption against public officials in corruption cases. Background: Kapoor Singh, a government official, was convicted for corruption and criminal misconduct under the Prevention of Corruption Act. Contested issue: whether circumstantial evidence of disproportionate assets was enough to convict a public servant for corruption. Ruling: the Supreme Court ruled that if a public servant possesses assets disproportionate to his known income, the burden shifts to him to prove they were acquired legally. 6 Virsa Singh v. State of Punjab, AIR 1958 SC 465. Law emerged, test for proving murder under Section 300 IPC. Background: Virsa Singh stabbed a man, causing a fatal injury. He was convicted under Section 302 IPC for murder. Contested issue: whether an injury alone is sufficient to establish intent to kill for a murder charge. Ruling: the Supreme Court laid down a 4-step test to establish murder, requiring proof of intent, sufficiency of injury to cause death, and no mitigating factors. 7 State of Andhra Pradesh v. Arf Punnaya, AIR 1977 SC 45. Law emerged, clarification between murder and culpable homicide. Background: the accused killed a person during a violent altercation and was convicted under Section 302 IPC. Contested issue: whether the offense was murder or culpable homicide not amounting to murder under Section 304 IPC. Ruling: the Supreme Court reaffirmed that murder requires clear intent to kill, while culpable homicide applies where death is caused without such intent. 8 Ghapu Yadav v. State of MP, 2003, law emerged, effect of intoxication and sudden quarrel on criminal liability. The accused, in a drunken state, attacked and killed the victim during a sudden quarrel. Issue: whether intoxication and sudden provocation could reduce the crime from murder to culpable homicide. Ruling: SC held that if a crime is committed in a fit of sudden provocation or intoxication without premeditation, it may be classified as culpable homicide instead of murder. 9 km Nanavati v. State of Maharashtra, AIR 1962 SC 605. Law emerged, limits of the sudden provocation defense. Background: Naval officer KM Nanavati shot his wife's lover in a fit of rage. He claimed the killing was done under sudden provocation. Contested issue: whether the killing was premeditated, murder, or committed in the heat of passion, culpable homicide. Ruling: the Supreme Court ruled that if there is sufficient time for the accused to regain self-control after provocation, the act becomes murder rather than culpable homicide. The case also led to the end of jury trials in India. Next, UP v. Ram Swaroop, 1974, conviction based on sole eyewitness testimony. Ram Swaroop was convicted for the murder of his relative. He challenged the reliability of eyewitness testimony of a single reliable eyewitness if the court finds it credible and trustworthy. Deo Narayan v. State of UP, 1973, 1 SCC 347, AIR 1973 SC 473. Law emerged, duty of the court to ensure fair investigation. Background: Deo Narayan was convicted for murder based on a flawed police investigation. Contested issue: whether the court should intervene when the investigation appears biased or incomplete. Ruling: the Supreme Court emphasized that courts must ensure justice by scrutinizing police investigations and not blindly accepting their findings. 2 Kishan v. State of MP, 1974, 3 SCC 623, AIR 1974 SC 244. Law emerged, provocation as a mitigating factor in sentencing. Background: Kishan killed a man after an intense argument, leading to a murder charge. Contested issue: whether provocation reduces the liability from murder to culpable homicide. Ruling: the court held that if the act was committed under grave and sudden provocation, the offense could be downgraded to culpable homicide not amounting to murder. 3 James Martin v. State of Kerala, 2004, 2 SCC 203. Law emerged, no automatic arrest for bailable offences. Background: James Martin was arrested for a bailable offence, despite being entitled to bail. Contested issue: whether police can arrest a person without justification in bailable offences. Ruling: the Supreme Court ruled that arrests should not be made automatically in bailable offences and that unnecessary arrests violate fundamental rights. 4 S. Vardarajan v. State of Madras, AIR 1965 SC 942. Law emerged, consent in kidnapping cases. Background: a girl left her home willingly to marry S. Vardarajan, who was charged with kidnapping. Contested issue: whether taking a minor with her consent still amounts to kidnapping. Ruling: the court ruled that if a minor leaves home voluntarily without inducement, it does not constitute kidnapping. 5 Thakur Lal D. Vadgama v. State of Gujarat, AIR 1973 SC 2313. Law emerged, liability for exploiting a minor's innocence. Background: the accused manipulated a minor into an illicit relationship, leading to charges under IPC. Contested issue: whether persuasion and grooming of a minor for illicit activities amount to criminal conduct. Ruling: the Supreme Court held that even if a minor consents, an adult exploiting their innocence is guilty under child protection laws. 6th State of Haryana v. Raja Ram, 1973, 1 SCC 544. Law emerged, abduction versus kidnapping, distinct offences. Background: Raja Ram was accused of abducting a woman for illegal purposes. Contested issue: whether abduction and kidnapping are the same under criminal law. Ruling: the court clarified that kidnapping involves taking a minor, while abduction applies to forceful movement of any person. 7. Kanwar Pal Singh Gilvi State, Adm. UT Chandigarh, 2005, SCC 161. Law emerged: sexual harassment and dignity of women. Background: Kanwar Pal Singh Gill, a senior officer, was accused of outraging a woman's modesty. Contested issue: whether inappropriate physical contact constitutes a serious offense. Tukaram v. State of Maharashtra, AIR 1979 SC 185. Law emerged: rethinking consent in rape cases. Background: a minor girl was allegedly raped by a police constable, but the court acquitted him due to lack of resistance. Contested issue: whether lack of physical resistance implies consent in rape cases. Ruling: the court controversially ruled in favor of the accused, leading to public outrage and later legal reforms strengthening rape laws. 9. State of Punjab v. Gurmeet Singh, 1996, to SCC 384. Law emerged: protection of rape victims' identity and dignity. Background: Gurmeet Singh was accused of raping a minor girl, leading to a sensitive trial. Contested issue: whether the identity of rape victims should be kept confidential to prevent social stigma. Ruling: the Supreme Court mandated that courts must protect rape victims' privacy and conduct trials sensitively. Independent Thought v. Union of India, 2017, 10 SCC 800. Law emerged: marital rape of minors is illegal. Background: the case challenged the legality of marital rape when the wife is a minor. Contested issue: whether sex with a minor wife, even with consent, constitutes rape. Ruling: the Supreme Court ruled that sexual intercourse with a minor wife is rape, strengthening child protection laws. 11. Navteej Singh Johar v. Union of India, 2018, 10 SCC 1. Law emerged: decriminalization of homosexuality. Background: LGBTQ+ individuals challenged Section 377 IPC, which criminalized same-sex relationships. Contested issue: whether Section 377 violated the right to equality and privacy. Ruling: the Supreme Court struck down Section 377 to the extent it criminalized consensual adult homosexual relationships, affirming LGBTQ+ rights. 12. Jayakrishnadas Manohardas Desai v. State of Bombay, AIR 1960 SC 889. Law emerged: test for proving criminal conspiracy. Background: the accused was charged with conspiracy to commit financial fraud. Contested issue: whether circumstantial evidence is enough to prove conspiracy. Ruling: the Supreme Court ruled that conspiracy can be inferred from circumstantial evidence if a common intention is clearly established. Next, Mahadev Prasad v. State of West Bengal, AIR 1954 SC 724. Law emerged: interpretation of mens rea in economic offences. Background: Mahadev Prasad was accused of violating price control laws. Contested issue: whether intent, mens rea, is necessary for liability in economic offences. Ruling: the court held that certain regulatory offences do not require mens rea for conviction. Akhil Kishore Ram v. Emperor 1938. Law emerged: burden of proof in self-defense claims. Background: the accused claimed he acted in self-defense after killing a man. Contested issue: who bears the burden of proving self-defense? Ruling: the court ruled that the accused must provide reasonable proof that their act was in self-defense. Shri Bhagwan SSVV Maharaj v. State of AP, AIR 1999 SC 2332. Law emerged: spiritual leaders not above the law. Background: a religious leader was convicted for criminal activities, claiming immunity due to his status. Contested issue: whether religious leaders can claim exemption from criminal liability. Ruling: the court ruled that no one, including religious figures, is above the law and criminal charges must be treated equally.